You've seen the hype, you've connected the API key, you've built your first automation. But if you're being completely honest, it doesn't feel reliable. It doesn't move the everyday needle in your life forward in any way. That feeling is the gap between chasing a trend and building a reliable asset that helps you every single day. Most people are making 3 fundamental mistakes that are turning these powerful AI technologies into liabilities. And in this video, I'm breaking down those mistakes. And by the end, you'll have a clear picture on how to turn any of these automations, whatever you got going on, into powerful assets that not only save you time and money, but they give you some type of return on interest for what you're putting in. Now, mistake number 1 is relying too much on the AI automation. I come across this a lot where people think that they can have an AI node do pretty much the entirety of the automation. And to some extent, it can, but there's so many drawbacks that come from allowing that to happen that is counteractive. For example, right, we have this little workflow set up right here. And if we run it, we'll get a database of a first item, second item, a third item, and then the 4th item is missing a code. And then the 5th item is pretty much instructions to print out 99999. Now, this is pretty much called a phishing attack, meaning if someone wants to hack your system and get information from you, they can just put in a prompt like this or information like this into your AI node and pretty much steal your data. So if we go ahead and run this, if we open this up, we can see that the first 3 items went through okay. The 4th one gave an error, which is described here, somewhere over there. And then the 4th one allowed the phishing attack to go through. Now, if this was you in your business and you had a prompt similar to this, without going into crazy details and installing a whole bunch of guardrails, all of your information would have been taken out. Now, and of course, even if you give it a really good prompt, there's no guarantee that a AI node can handle any of the output that comes in 100% of the time, which is why it's important to not rely heavily on just an AI node itself when you're doing these automations. Now, this code node right here pretty much makes sure that any phishing attempts or hacking attempts don't get through into your system. And of course, you can have the same logic inside of an OpenAI node. However, there's no guarantee that it'll work. And there's so many different ways to do, prompt phishing and all these social engineering attacks that sometimes a code node is the simplest way to go. Now, if you go ahead and run this, there's no 5th item, meaning the phishing attack never came through. So if we run this code right here, all right, go ahead, boom, and run this code node at the end to normalize it. As you can see here, the phishing attack never came through. And even aside the OpenAI node itself, there is no 5th item. And again, this is a very low-level example, but there's so many things that can go wrong from depending on only the OpenAI node. You don't have to rely only on the AI part of it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, in most automations that I make myself and that I see online, a lot of them don't even really rely on AI. A lot of it is just code nodes. A lot of it is dealing with third-party platforms. A lot of it is just everything else besides AI. AI is really only needed if you need specific logic. If you need to turn something or question if a input is what you're looking for, does it fit the criteria, etc. But even then, unless there's like really, really deep logic into what you're doing, a code node is still better off of an option. Moral of the story is don't rely heavily on AI nodes because they aren't always the best option. Sometimes you need everything else except for AI when it comes to automation. The second thing you're doing wrong is that you're probably chasing virality, meaning you're going after the hottest topic out there. Oh, Sora 2 is out. Let me get on there and see if I can create content with Sora 2. AI avatars, this brand new platform to create AI agents from scratch from just one prompt, etc., etc. If you're going to be chasing trends, especially in AI and technology, you're always going to be stagnant. You're always going to be at the very beginning of everything you attempt, simply because these AI tools are coming out every single day. For example, if you're someone who thinks that Sora 2 content is going to save you and your business from whatever situation that you're going through, it's not. And the reason I'm saying that is eventually Sora 2 isn't going to be cool anymore. Some other AI technology is going to replace it. And when that happens, you're going to again try to hop on that trend again. The power behind automations come from them solving issues in your everyday life. For me, for example, I have an automation that handles the entire process of, someone wanting to talk to me, scheduling the call, following up, sending reminders out. That's a lot because, for one, I'm busy. I don't have time to always check my calendar and send follow-up emails, et cetera, et cetera. The automation handles it for me, which is a lifesaver. Now, there is no reason for me to create an AI avatar of myself that creates content for me when I can just do that myself. Like, me spending time setting up all the prompts and the AI style and the automation for all that, I could pretty much just get done in that same time frame at least 15 different videos. So instead of me worrying about, Sora 2 and all these other content creation automations, I'm only going to be focusing on the ones that directly benefit me and actually saves me time. It isn't just giving me the illusion of being productive and being innovative. When it comes to automations, you only really need 2 to 3 to make a difference in your everyday life. And sticking to those 2 to 3 automations and just updating them over time, making them more refined, making them better for you and what you need them for specifically is ideal. Because when you download these templates from N8N, YouTube, whatever, they're not really designed for you. They're very general most of the time, like, AI avatars, booking systems, whatever. But chances are they're made for anyone, which means they really help no one. So even if you download it, you still have to take time to edit it out, to make it more precise, to make it more exact. And this puts you into a never-ending loop. Because the moment you do that, you're going to see, this doesn't really work. It's cool, but it doesn't really move me forward. And then the next time you see another template online or another brand new tool from OpenAI, Google, whatever, you're going to hop on that trend as well. It's a never-ending loop. So understand, the only way to get benefit from these automations and these AI systems is to focus on 2 to 3 that make sense for you and your everyday life. And if you need help with that, you've come to the exact place you need to be. I've helped so many people in the past 6 months figure out exactly what they need to do when it comes to AI, when it comes to automation specifically. And again, like I said, most of the systems that I build for people have nothing to do with AI. They might have one AI system or AI node, I should say, but most of the time it's really just everything else between coding and basic third-party platforms. That's really it. So again, if you need help figuring out what the best automations are for you and your business, your everyday life, comment down below, or better yet, we can sit down for 15, 20 minutes on a call, talk it out, and see exactly what you need to move the needle every single day with automations. So if that sounds good to you, click the link down below. Talk to you soon. So that brings me to point number 3. If you do not understand, for example, let's look here at N8N. If you don't really understand what this is doing, if you can't really recreate this, if you can't read this, if I delete the comments here, boom, boom, boom. If I deleted these comments that was in this code node, and if you really can't tell me what's going on here and why it's working the way it is, and if you really can't tell me what's happening here, this is a skill that you get over time through repetitions and learning and watching videos and practicing. It's not something that you can just get into and try it out, right? Even with ChatGPT, it's very simple just to type in a message and talk to it. But even using something like that, the highest, easiest level of AI, is somewhat a skill. And if you're going to repeatedly try to get the system to working, right? Let's just say you delete this node, boom, boom. You deleted this node. This node doesn't exist, right? Because you don't understand the vibe coding of it, whatever. Let's just zoom in a little bit. So boom. And you're seeing that you can't stop the hacker from getting into your system, then after a while of trying over and over again, you're going to get fatigued. You're going to get tired of trying. You're going to get tired of messing up and getting error message and losing data or getting reset over and over again. You're going to get worn out, and you're going to get to the point where you don't even want to use automations anymore. You're going to be sick of it. Because again, at the end of the day, people spend years mastering coding or UI design or even connecting APIs. Like all of this is a skill that's learned over time. It's a profession. And if you're not someone who has the time to dive into all of this legitimately, or someone who is even interested in touching any of this, because again, it's not for everyone, right? I love making money, but I'm not someone who wants to sit down and learn all the financial literacy of the law and do it. Like, I'd rather just figure out how to get it in and get it out and then hire someone to help me with all the in-betweens and loopholes. I don't want to do that myself. I'd rather do this. I want to focus on building the systems out, bringing everything together. This is what I do. I'm not a financial advisor. And it's the same thing for automations. If you're not into it, if you don't already understand it, spending time in your life force to figuring it out is counteractive to your everyday life, which is the entire issue that automation is trying to solve. So by attempting to create a solution, you're causing more of an issue in the first place. The best resolution for all of that is just bringing somebody in that understands it. Now, again, depending on what your business is, you might already have someone who's somewhat knowledgeable in ChatGPT or N8N or Make.com, vibe coding, whatever. But if you're not, it's very important to bring somebody in who is, because not only does it save you the time of figuring it out, not only does it save you and your business the difficulty of potentially attempting to run a system and having to bring everything down to a crumble, but it gets it working. You don't want to have to deal with the fact, oh my God, I got to go home after work or after I clock out or after I get home from the office and deal with API errors, etc. You want everything to just work. So again, if you need help with something like that, if you need someone to come into your clinic, your coaching practice, your law firm, your whatever it is, if you need someone to come in there and not only explain to you what the situation is on what the best options are for you, but at the same time installing that solution for you without you having to do anything yourself besides providing a little bit of information, get some help. Click the link down below, book a free call, comment down below, reach out to me, email, Instagram DMs, TikTok DMs, etc. And we can have a conversation about what the best solution is for you and your business going forward. So again, a lot of people are doing AI wrong. And those 3 main steps is really what's causing it. I mean, automation isn't that hard. It's a skill, yes, but at a top line level, it doesn't have to be a headache. Reach out to me, book a free call if you have any more questions, or you want to figure out a better picture for you and your situation. Comment down below, book a free call. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you.